It is time for the Super Rugby semi-finals. I cannot wait for these games. Now, growing up watching the Super Rugby, I always enjoyed waking up in the morning to the games in New Zealand and Australia. Unfortunately, this time there's no Australian teams, only New Zealand. It almost feels like a little NPC tournament here, like a New Zealand-style Curry Cup at the moment, because the New Zealand teams are just so dominant in this competition. But to be honest, they've always been dominant. Yes, you can say Australian teams don't deserve to be there, but realistically, the New Zealand teams have always dominated the competition, even when the South African teams were there as well. So that being said, these four teams definitely do deserve to be in the semi-finals, and I cannot wait for it. It's going to be absolutely awesome. A game on Friday morning, well, Friday night for New Zealand, and a game on Saturday night. It's going to be absolutely epic. And if you do enjoy the rugby content, please don't forget to like and subscribe to help the channel grow. Stick around, there's going to be a lot more rugby content coming out. If you are an All Blacks fan or a Wallabies fan watching this, for the Nations Championship, there's going to be a lot of content coming out there. Player ratings, match previews, match reactions, predictions for the lineups as well. There's also the greatest rivalry series coming up. And don't look at that, I'm doing this as a neutral, as a completely unbiased fan. I love watching the All Blacks play. I love watching the Wallabies play. I cannot wait for it, a year out from the World Cup as well. So if you do enjoy the content, hit the kind of subscribe button and stick around. It's going to be absolutely awesome. Let's get right into it. Starting off with Friday night's game, the Chiefs versus the Crusaders. Oh, I cannot wait for this one. And that's just such an iconic kind of matchup there. Just looking at the names, the Chiefs versus the Crusaders. The Chiefs have had a very good season. The Crusaders have probably not had their best season. For them, a good season is ending number one on the table. For them, a bad season is not ending number one. That's the kind of standard that the Crusaders have set for the last few years, the last few decades, to be honest. They probably are, I think they are the most successful club rugby team in the history of club rugby, and they probably are realistically the best club team of all time. So that being said, they are playing away from home, kind of outside of their comfortable territory. They enjoy playing a kind of home semi-final, a home final as well. We've seen it many times before, even back in the other Super Rugby days when they still had the South African and Argentine teams as well. Chiefs are a very good team this year. They've got some very good players peaking at the right time. But me looking at this, especially as a neutral, I can't help but look past how comfortable the Crusaders will be in the situation. They've been there many times. Yes, the Chiefs have been there before, but the Crusaders know knockout rugby. They live and breathe knockout rugby. So Crusaders might on paper not be the favorite for this one, but you can't help but look past the historical aspect as well, and how the Crusaders have been playing in the last few weeks. I mean, they destroyed the Hurricanes a few weeks ago, and last week a really good result against a pretty strong Blues team as well. So that being said, my prediction for this game, Chiefs are a very good team at home. I have to go for the Crusaders for this one. I won't be surprised if the Chiefs win, and to be honest, I won't be surprised if the Chiefs win quite healthily as well, if they pitch up and the Crusaders don't pitch up. But me looking at this game, I can't help but look past how good the Crusaders can be in playoff rugby and how they are trending on the up right now into these last kind of final games as well. This is going to be an absolutely awesome game. This is going to be a really close game. I do honestly think this will go down to the wire. It could come down to the last kick in the dying moments of the game. We know the Chiefs and the Crusaders have history, probably two of the more iconic teams from New Zealand as well. But to be honest, I think every single New Zealand Super Rugby team is iconic. Of course, you got the Highlanders as well, but they unfortunately didn't make it. But the Chiefs can win this game. They have the team, they have the players. I mean, they've got some really good players right now, making a case for the All Blacks jerseys as well. They had a very good quarterfinal against the Reds, but I just think looking right now at their recent form, Crusaders are looking on form. They're looking really good. Things are clicking for them. They've got some players now who have been there before. They've been there, done that, who just want to do it again. There's some guys last season as well, Severis, some other guys as well, but they've got some really good players that always pitch up when it matters. They always pitch up in the big games. So I think the Crusaders are going to win this game, but I will not be surprised if the Chiefs win this game. So moving on to the next one, the next game, we have the Hurricanes versus the Blues. Now this game, probably you will say the Hurricanes probably are the favorites, but you can never count out the Blues. The Blues are always one of those teams that on their given day, when things do click for them, they are extremely dangerous, and they will be fighting back after last week's loss to the Crusaders. They will be hurting. They have some very good players as well, some players that have been into some World Cup semi-finals, World Cup finals as well. They have the players to do it, but can it click for them on the day? I just don't know if they can pull a result here against the Hurricanes at home. The Hurricanes at home is a very difficult place to play. I think the two places you really want to avoid playing in a playoff match is at the Crusaders home ground or at the Hurricanes home ground. Me growing up watching as a neutral always and seeing the teams play at the Hurricane Stadium, It's almost always impossible for a team to kind of get into their groove playing in Wellington at the Hurricane Stadium. Yes, the international teams have a bit more of a success rate there, but I won't go into that for the All Blacks fans here. But from a club perspective, it's always so difficult to go to the Hurricane Stadium where the weather's always changing, the wind is either howling or it's raining or it's incredible conditions to play rugby. You just never know what you're going to get. So preparing for a game like that's always weird. It's always a weird atmosphere as well as a touring team in such a big stadium with the Hurricanes fans being so loud, electric, a really electric atmosphere there as well. I guarantee it will be a hostile environment for the Blues fans as well for the Crusaders players. It's going to be a very hostile kind of game for them there, but it's just always weird going to Wellington and playing the Hurricanes in Wellington. So I've got the Hurricanes winning this game, and to be honest, I probably think kind of based on the recent form from the Hurricanes, yes, I know they didn't play their strongest team, their best side against the Crusaders. They were probably resting a few guys. That's why they have the number 1 seed as well. I think based on the recent form, how the Hurricanes have been playing this year, some of their up-and-coming stars playing really well as well, I can't help but look past the Hurricanes winning this game, and probably by a healthy margin as well. That being said, the Blues can rock up and really pull a result here. You don't know with these young guys from the Hurricanes as well. They haven't been there and done it the same way the Crusaders team has as well. So still a lot of learning to do from the Hurricanes players, but they're going to have to learn on the fly during the game as well with some really, honestly, world-class players for the Blues there. So this game I'm very excited for, but looking at it from a realistic perspective, I do see the Hurricanes winning it with more of a healthy score than the Chiefs-Crusaders game. To be honest, just looking at that Chiefs-Crusaders game, I have no idea who's going to win. I'm just saying the Crusaders because I think they maybe are trending up at the right time, but both these teams are legendary teams. Chiefs had a really good performance last week. Hopefully Wallace Atiti is alright. I mean, I saw that and it was shocking to see. I really hope he's okay for the kind of greatest rivalry tour as well. One of my favourite All Blacks players to watch currently, so hopefully he is okay. But the Chiefs have some really good players. They've got some really good depth. But that being said, the Crusaders have some really star players that have been there and done that. You can't say the same for the Hurricanes. They haven't really been there and done that with the same consistency as the Crusaders. So will they pitch up when it matters, or will the kind of lights be too bright for these players? I don't think it will, because they've got some really good international caliber players as well that have played probably on a bigger stage for the international scene. But there's some players playing for an All Black spot on this team. I mean, Ruben Love, Cam Roygaard's one of the best scrum halves in the world as well. There's some guys really playing for a spot in the All Blacks against some legendary All Blacks players as well. So that game is going to be fun to watch. But I do suspect, because the Blues were the best loser from the kind of quarterfinal or the qualifying round games, I do suspect the Hurricanes will be the favourite to win this game, and I do have the Hurricanes winning it. But that being said, let me know who you think is going to win down below in the comments. I think it's going to be an absolutely epic week of Super Rugby. A bit of a New Zealand kind of rivalry weekend. If you're an All Blacks fan, this is what you dream of. Even if you're just a normal neutral rugby fan, this is going to be an absolutely epic week of rugby. So if you do enjoy the content, please don't forget to like and subscribe to help the channel grow. There's going to be a lot more content coming out for the All Blacks and the Wallabies as well. So stick around, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.